Well, hello everyone. It is time for my first book review of the year. The first book that I finished in 2026 is A Man Called Uva. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. That's how it was pronounced in the audiobook, so that's what I'm going with. So, Man Called Uva is about a man called Uva who is a 59-year-old widower, and all he wants to do is leave this world, basically. He wants to not be bothered and to join his wife, basically. So the story starts out with him, I believe, trying to buy a computer, if I remember. I was reading it sometime a few months ago, and then I had to... It went back to Hoopla and stuff. No, actually Libby, I think. And so I had to wait to get a copy again. So I might not remember everything. I apologize. But anyways, it starts out where he's trying to buy, I believe, a laptop, and he's frustrated at all the questions and everything that he has to go through and stuff. And then it goes to where he is going home and stuff happens. His neighbors end up running over his mailbox, and that's where their interactions begin. So the book basically is about Uva and his life, his personality, his interactions with other people, his relationship with his wife, and how much he misses her and stuff. Because Uva is a person of, I guess you would say, strict rules. He's very much about enforcing stuff like, neighborhood rules and stuff that, how some towns, neighborhoods, they have like people who are in charge, like property managers, and people who are just, I don't think quite a homeowners association thing, but those people that are like in charge of keeping everything in check kind of stuff, right? That you hear about. I forget exactly what they called Uva, but he's one of those, and he's very much about, like I said, enforcing rules. Like you're not supposed to have your bike here, or your lawn is not mowed the right way, that kind of thing, right? And it talks about how his wife was the color of his life and everything. So she's the one that really brought life and joy, to him. And all he wants to do is get back to her, but things keep getting in the way, basically. And he learns to interact with people better and stuff. It's very well written. I really enjoyed these characters. It's kind of hard to talk about without giving so much away, because like I said, it mostly is about this man's life and his grief over his wife, and the stuff he heals from, and the new life he gets by interacting with his neighbors and befriending them and stuff. I think I gave it like a 4-star. There's not a whole lot that happens because it's basically a realistic fiction about a person's life, so there's not like a whole lot of action in it or anything. There's, like I said, not like heavy action or romance, or it's not a fantasy. So, but if you like those slower moving books like I do at times, I think you'll like this one. I am definitely going to be reading more by this author, and like I said, I gave this about 4.5 star.